today we're discussing the topic inconvenient leadership, which is somewhat of a catchphrase that has come up quite often now recently in the news. And we have with us Anthony Silard, who is the CEO of the Executive Leadership Institute. And Anthony, this is an area of expertise for you. You deal with the concept of leadership on a day-to-day basis. You have worked and created a book on leadership. And I'm sure it has to be very interesting to you to see what's going on in the news and this concept using the word inconvenient leadership. Share with us your kind of immediate reactions to this topic.
Well, thanks, Joy. It's interesting because when I got the email from you guys about the show and talking about inconvenient leadership, I did what I usually do. I kind of put it on the back burner of my mind and sort of let it gestate for a while and think about, does this make sense and is this something that I can work with? And I thought about all the different CEOs that I've coached from different Fortune 500 companies, small businesses, and did they look at leadership as being inconvenient? I really thought about that. And I was trying to find the answer, and then yesterday I was walking home from the gym in the morning and thinking about it, and I just want to share this story because this kind of leads into my approach to it.
Sure.
Well, there's an African American woman that just moved into our building, and she's moving her stuff in, and we started making small talk. And she's not from this area, I'm here in Washington, D.C., so I took about 10 minutes to help orient her to where she could find the local grocery store, restaurants, parks to go for walks in, and that sort of thing. And I was conscious that as an African American that she was in the minority in the building, and I really wanted her to feel welcome. I felt it was my role partly to do that. And then I started thinking about it because this interview was coming up. I knew we were talking about inconvenient leadership, and I thought about it, and I said, was that inconvenient what I just did? Because I took about 10 minutes out of my time, which is pretty. I'm always got more work than I can handle, which is probably the truth for a lot of us these days.
Yes, we all have that moment of
I don't help this person, or I've got so much I've got to do.
Yes.
Well, and so immediately I knew that the answer was no, it wasn't inconvenient, and because someday she may come by and say hi to my girlfriend and I. We might become friends, and she could add a lot of beauty and richness to our lives. And to our community. And I also thought, well, she could say, wow, you know what, Washington, D.C., people are friendly here because this guy helped me out, then she helped someone else out, and so on and so on. And before you know it, we're all helping each other in these kind of small ways. And then this city and then this country, this world become a more welcoming and friendly place. And so it's interesting, by being of a very small help to her, but then adding that and acting that way towards other people, my life becomes richer. I sleep better at night. I feel better about myself, and my community becomes richer. So to think of this as inconvenient would be to say that giving to others or love or compassion is inconvenient. And that's the thing. We talked earlier about leadership being, you can lead a company or you can lead a family. You can be a leader in the way you approach your marriage. Well, does that mean that marriage is inconvenient? That family is inconvenient? That parenting is inconvenient? Friendship is inconvenient? Now, there are certainly times where they are inconvenient, but yet that is not what I would call their primary quality. We don't say,
right.
Do you take this inconveniently wedded wife to have and to hold?
Right. Yeah.